What's up, guys? This is Adam the Bee's Knees, and today we are going to do NPL Week 8 versus Aki. Pretty big battle. I think we're both 3 and 4, and we're both kind of in the realm of making playoffs, realm of not making playoffs. I mean, if I lose or he loses, it doesn't cast us out of the water or anything like that, but I don't know. So I got bulky Persian here, red card Togekiss, bulky Blastoise, Cobra Jirachi, screens, Zerk, and a offensive Entei. Now he didn't expect him to bring Mienshao. I thought he'd bring Azu or the Celebi, maybe the Amoonguss. I guess I didn't expect Amoonguss that much, but everything else figured he'd bring probably a Life Orb Weavile, DD, Zard, Choice Scarf, Mienshao, probably Hazard Stacking Fortress, bulky Rhyperior, great Entei check, and then Memento Kafag because he likes to run that, and Z Memento in like Zard, Weavile, or Azu if they get too weakened. Pretty great strategy. But I'm going to lead off with Xurkitree here. And it's bad because I realized if he's adamant and Flare Blitz or Jolly even, he'll kill me. So I'm going to switch into Persian here as he Dragon Dances up. No harm there. And I believe I go for a Foul Play, see how much it does. And judging by that Fire Punch, which was a crit, which kind of sucks, but he's bulky, very bulky, or that would have done a lot. And he also would have hit me pretty hard. So I go for the taunt here. I expected him to pack on Roost and stuff, and I didn't want him to do any more of that shenanigans. And I'm actually going to Parting Shot out here because he can't Dragon Dance up again. So, and onto the Rhyperior here. And he doesn't necessarily have a Scald switch in besides Charizard. So I am going to fire off that Scald. He goes into Fortress. I get a Burn, which actually sucks because he turns out to be Assault Vest Fortress based on the damage, which is kind of cool. So I'm sorry about the burn. I don't mean to get a burn at all. But he's going to Volt Switch out and go into Zard. And I have the Roar. He scouts for the Roar by just Dragon Dancing up. I reveal it, of course, because he's got so many sweepers, so goodbye. And he goes Weavile here, and I click Scald again. No point of switching in Persian. It's already been critted, so an A Persian as healthy as it can. Knocks me off, and unfortunately, I do get a Scald crit burn. Kind of sucks, very much so. Puts the Weavile definitely in bit range for a lot of stuff, E-Speed and whatnot. Shoutouts to everyone in the chat. But I did not mean for the crit to happen, so sorry. So he Dragon Claws there. I have really no use for Blastoise. Weavile is gone, and I do realize Blastoise can't really do that well against Charizard. He crits me again with a Shadow Ball, which kind of sucks, very annoying. But I'm going to set up Reflect here because he's got 30,000 physical attackers. And go for the Grass Knot. I knew it'd be Rindo, but it still does so much damage as he's going to take me out with Earthquake. So I feel pretty safe behind these screens. He doesn't really have a Blastoise switch in, and I'm in Torrent range. And so I'm going to go for a Scald. And it turns out, plus Burn, 2 Scalds are going to kill Fortress. So Burn is going to come into play there. For sure. I mean, he could have Volt Switched if he wasn't, so I'm for it there. He goes back into Charizard. I'm not gonna let him set up. I'm gonna let him do as much as he can because I have that Reflect. I'll take it, okay. But he goes in Mienshao and he's able to U-turn me and kill me there. Maybe if I had leftovers, I would survive that. I don't know. But I get Momentum as to see what he's gonna go out to. He goes Charizard. I go to Togekiss. Confident if he wants to set up, no big deal. As he sacks Rhyperior. Crit does not matter. I'd Grass Knot anyway. So down goes Rhyperior there. And he goes Cofagrigus, and honestly, okay, so here's the thing. I know he's Memento kind of thing, so he does a couple things. He's Mementos probably into the Weavile, and then I can go Persian. Who's at over 50%, can deal with the Weavile if it's not low kick, and I don't think he was low kick. And Togekiss is only really needed for the Charizard, and I figured he wouldn't attack me anyway to activate the red card. So I figured might as well try to just air slash this thing down. If I went hard Persian, he Mementos, he goes into Weavile, he gets some momentum. Weavile is at full health, don't have that many switch-ins to Weavile because Persian was weakened by that crit earlier. and so plus Charizard, so I would have been in a bad spot. So if I just air slash this thing down and manage to get the flinches, I'm in a great spot, whereas I'm kind of in a shaky spot. Still have Togekiss, of course, but but Persian might not last that much. So I'm gonna click air slash and flinch him to death, pretty much. Figured might as well. I think I go for after this next flinch. I go for Grass Knot because 5% chance to miss, and it does definitely kill him from here. So down goes Kafag. Lose my Serene Grace. Not that big of a deal. I'm switching out. Reflect goes down. Oh well. He goes Charizard here. Now, actually, I air slash here because he could set up in my face, and I don't care because I have red card and stuff. So. And yes, I know he could have set up to +6. That's okay. But so down goes the Weavile there. And all he has left is Charizard and me and Shout. And I know Inte actually can win from here if I play my cards right. All I have to do is whittle this thing down with Persian, get him in a weird position. He fire punches. It does absolutely jag. And I think I go for the taunt here. I know he's going to roost, but I don't want him Dragon Dancing up or roosting again. So I'm just going to taunt him there and hit him with a foul play. Goal is to bring him into 2 E-speed ranges because they'll have to switch out in the main shell, die off, and I can Stone Edge him. So that's going to be the game plan, as foul play does a decent chunk. If he wasn't bulky, he would be doing like 70%. Of course, he would be doing a lot more to me too. And then out pops the Entei. I'm going to click E-speed here. No point in doing anything else. I could have Sacred Fired, but if I missed, that would have put me in a crappy position. So I'm going to E-speed twice. Besides E-speed killed, I think it killed Charizard at that health. I know it does. I know it can kill him, but he's going to roost. So I'm going to click Stone Edge because I outspeed, because he's so fat, and I'll knock him out. So yeah, I think personally, I think I played very well. The only thing I really apologize for is the Scald Burn in crit. That sucked. I did not mean for him to Scald Burn, but he stayed in on my Weavile because he didn't have that much for Blastoise. And then the flinches, I was going for the flinches. I'm not going to hide that fact. I'm not going to squander it. I figured he wouldn't attack me. He would just memento me, so I had still preserved Togekiss. Didn't really need it. Preserving the red card was key, but Coffergigas wasn't going to attack me, so. And I did have Jirachi in the back. A shame, never got to use it, or flinch him down with it. But good game, Aki. I will say he played very nice. I mean, he was a cool guy in this. Surprisingly, I thought Aki would be a little bit more salty. But shows a lot. So, and shoutouts to the 80,000 people who joined our game. I don't know why. I guess Aki's a popular guy in some of the other chats. A lot of people from my league, I guess, joined too. I sent the link. But I'm sure Aki's losing 3-5 now, but he probably could battle him back in the playoffs, so check him out if you want a great battle. Blur, he's definitely very good. But I think I played pretty well versus him, I'm not gonna lie. Flinches were definitely part of the strategy. You know, when you draft Jirachi and Togekiss, I'm sorry, but hey, you know. So I trained in the mountains. Anyway, if you guys like that, make sure you leave a like down below. Check out Aki and whatnot. And yeah, so next time we face Eric, who, yes, I could, I'm not going to spoil anything. But it's close, the playoff rates. It's close.